think we'd probably love to hear how the name Conversatio was chosen. Who came up with that idea?
That was later in the process.
That was later in the process?
That was actually quite later in the process. So after, Kevin's not through with the chronology, but the CLIKE was formed to implement the pilots, and we in fact only ran, we're designing one pilot. I don't remember if that was right from the very beginning, that we were only
fairly near the beginning,
designing only one pilot. I came onto the committee later, just as the fall was beginning.
Yeah, July 7th we got our charge, July 7th, 2012. And since it was really, it really was unfeasible to develop two distinct programs and assess them, we kind of fudged it and said, well, whatever this is going to look like, whether we do go Pajkowski plan or this other way, we'll make the first semester look pretty much the same. And so we started working on the first semester.
And then the curricular reform impetus stopped dead in its tracks for a few months, which kind of upset our progress. And so for a while we weren't sure how many semesters there would be in the common learning experience. So, but that got resolved, not quickly, but within a couple of months.
Yeah, Brother Isaac makes it sound much happier than it was. Not only was the charge to write 2 operas, the suspension was whether or not there was even going to be a theater. So the first several months were really some of the more existential moments I've ever spent in
the faculty
which
really
is saying
had
a
to
lot.
chew it out. I mean, they were not all on board with. First of all, many of them were still very much attached to the old humanities program. So that was one of the first things we had to do, was establish credibility that we could actually design a program that would be 1 year long, but that would somehow achieve some of what the humanities program had achieved for decades.
Yes.
Added to that was the fact that I think we were now dealing with learning outcomes, and the common learning experience had a specific set of learning outcomes that were our signposts. That there was no content specifically indicated, but we had to be able to satisfy those in whatever we created.
We hit our lowest point in January of 2013. Remember, we met over Christmas break.
It was the watershed, though.
Oh, it was the watershed. That was the meeting where we picked a gospel, the rule, and the consolation of philosophy as hub texts.
Yes.
But in the weeks prior to that, we were talking about, well, maybe we just rejuvenate the humanities program. Maybe we do this. We were just at a loss. We had been working for more than a year. We had been meeting weekly. We'd been trying to assess the political situation and the movement of curricular change, and we had just bottomed out.
And there was talk of Socratic Kool-Aid.
Well, like any process, it was messy. It's like brainstorming for an essay. I mean, we had to do a lot of just head scratching and exchanging of ideas, some of which were pretty wild and crazy when we look back on them.